Hello everyone, I'm going to show you some of the war rates on the modification of the Lavaloon strategy. And I think this is one of the ways to make the Lavaloon strategy a lot more consistent than the traditional, the regular 4 lava hounds with 26 balloons or 5 lava hounds with 20 balloons. So yeah, let's walk through the simple, basically the concepts, and so as I mentioned in the previous videos is that the biggest problem in the Lavaloon strategy is basically the Archer Queen and Queen Castle troops. So in this modification of the strategy is basically what you're trying to do here is that you are gonna try to take care of the Archer Queen and the Queen Castle troops, as well as hopefully you can take out one of the air defense there with basically a golem with some wizards and your heroes. And when you're able to take care of it, and then you launch your Lavaloon strategy, it's gonna be able to kind of like it's going to make the Lavaloon strategy a lot more easier just because you take care of the biggest threat. It's more like that you take care of the most uncertain factor early on, and it's kind of like the same idea as the golden hawk strategy. And before, but back when everyone was just doing all the straight hawk strategy, and then there's a lot of problem because you're not able to take care of the archer queens, and then there's the bombs and stuff. But now with the golden hawk strategy, it's basically applying the same idea. Is that you're gonna take care of the big one or the major threat in the raid before you launch your hawks to clean up the base. So yeah, let's just see how this race goes down. So over here, this is the raid from someone against our clanmates, and then basically the guy starts over there taking of one of the air defense there first with the hawks, and then learn now the CC troops at the same time. So obviously this is not the most highly upgraded base, but yeah, so that guy actually pretty much take the advantage, fully take advantage of that base, the weakness. So over there, so the guy actually opened the compartment there while learning now the Queen Castle troops, which makes the raid a lot more efficient. So watch out over here, now the guy taking care of the Queen Castle troops with the golems in the front as a tank and saying the wizards, and then also have the Barbarian Kings and the Archer Queen to follow up. And then watch out over there, I believe the raider dropped the healing spell there to make sure that his troops are alive. And watch, I think it's just in a little bit, that's where the healing spell come in place, I believe. Yes, healing spell is there, and now the Barbarian King is going on the crazy mode, just kind of try to get over past that wall to reach the Archer Queen, and while the Archer Queen, his own Archer Queen, is there taking care of the Clan Castle, taking care of the air defense there. So watch all over there, and I really like the guy how he drops the Lavaloons. So instead of the typical you just kind of drop everything at once, he really tried to take care of one air defense at a time, which is what I really like. So see, you drop two lava hounds there, and drop a few balloons there, and now on the right hand side he's also dropping one lava hound there and is sending some balloons. And then the way he drops it is that he really let the lava hound leads the way, so that they will tank the fire from the archer tower and stuff, while the balloons come in and then just taking care of everything. So yeah, and I think it's also because this base is not as developed, so then the defense building is not posing as much threat to the attacker. But either way, I think the raid this raid is really well executed. And if you have time, just watch a few more times, because you watch how in the end the raider has actually 5 balloons on hand to help clean up. And usually that's not what you do with balloons. Usually you need balloons to take care of the defense buildings. But because I think the raid really goes particularly well, so I don't think the raider needed to have 5 balloons in reserve, and in the end it's really a easy cleanup for him. So there you go, that goes up the first raid. And the second raid I'm gonna show you today is actually my own personal war raids against a player base. Well, it's all player base, but yeah. So because it's my raid, so it's easier for me to kind of go through the concept a little better. So for me, I look at this base, and then I decide that okay, I want to reach the Archer Queen. And then the easier way for me to reach an Archer Queen is by going for this side. So I want my Golem, Wizard, and a Hero group to take care of this entire compartment here while reaching for the Archer Queen in the back. because the Archer Queen will basically shoot. I know that the Archer Queen is gonna be stepping out like here, while my troops are approaching. So I was pretty sure that my Archer, either my Barbarian King or my Archer Queen or my Wizard will be able to reach Archer Queen there. And then I will do my Lava Hounds, 2 of them here, just going from the top. And while I send a group of balloons to going this way, and then sending another group of balloons to this way, and then the rage around here and there. Basically, it's not really about putting the rage spell on top of the air defense, but it's about putting rage spell leading to the air defense. So so it just really cut down the moving time for the balloons, for the balloons, yes. And then in the end, I also have a Lava Hound and some balloons prepared for this air defense. So let's watch how this raid goes down. So I think starting out, I try to lure out the Clan Castle troops there. I send in 3 Hawks, even though I think I could probably do it with 2, but I would just try to be safe there. And then, I send in 1 Archer there, just to lure them all out. And I believe I dragged them out a few times just to make sure the Archer, the witch is out. So, and I think that's one of the ways to really lure the witches. I think sometimes people who are not experienced with the luring, they will basically just kind of layer the troops like 1 by 1 here. And by doing that, and then you will see how fast your troops are being taken care of by all these troops, while witches barely made their way. And that's when people tend to panic and don't know what to do. So yeah, there's just a little tips about how to lure the Clan Castle troops out more effectively, is that you put 1 in the corner to drive them all out, and then you put 1 on the other side so that they were all chasing that troop while the witches are coming out. Yeah, that's just a little tips there. So yeah, I drop 1 more there, and I drop 1 more there to reposition the troops, and I drop 1 balloon there. The goal is basically just take care of some of the troops, so it'd be a lot easier to take care of them when I send my wizards and other things in. So watch out over there, see? It's, yeah. And then I made sure that I put, and I think people have a tendency of dumping a bunch of the wizards there when they're trying to take care of the Clan Castle troops. But in reality, you don't really need to do that. And the reason being is that whenever your wizards, because I actually studied this for a little bit, is that what I see is that when you have a wizard there, the wizard does splash damage already, and then 2 or 3 of them can already take care of everything 1 shot. And then when you layer like 10 wizards and stuff, it does the same thing. So, it doesn't really add on to the effectiveness. And then for me, it's actually a lot more important for me to make sure that my Barbarian King will go into the compartment, which is why I actually put in 2 wizards on the side here, just to kind of anchoring down the 2 buildings there. So when I send my Barbarian King will go straight for this gold mine and leading to the compartment there. But that's just a little trick that I want to share with you guys. Because a lot of time people, they will send in the Barbarian King, and Barbarian King just go outside everywhere and they have no idea why. But yeah, that's why. So see, watch out when I send my King there, the King actually just kind of goes in. And then watch where I drop my rage spell. Instead of just dumping the rage spell right in the middle, I drop them kind of just outside. It's because witches and the wizards and the Archer Queen are the range unit, and you want to make sure, because a lot of times I see people, they drop the rage spell a little too deep in. So what happens there is that your Archer Queen or the wizards are not touching the rage spell, which defeat the purpose. So yeah, so over there I was waiting kind of for my King and my Queen kind of making their way there close to the Archer Queen there. And once I know for sure that, I see my King ran into the compartment, take care of the Archer Queen, and also my Queen is there very next to the air defense there. I know for sure that air defense is going down, and then the Archer Queen is going down, and that's when I start launching the runes. And the reason why I launch the runes first rather than the Lava Hound is that because the Lava Hound is actually the air defense are kind of tucked inside, so I don't really need to. So for me, I like to just send in the Lava Hounds a little later so that, the Lava Hounds are not soaking too much damage when they don't need to. And it doesn't really matter when 1 of the balloons or 2 balloons goes down, because and I think I told you guys many times that balloons are very powerful units. You don't need 10 of them to be on 1 same building. You just need 2 or 3 of them. They can just take care of 1 building themselves. But yeah. So see what over there, I took it down there, and then over there, down there, I decided to drop one raid spell first, just to speed up the process, because the point is really to, you know, to make the most out of the raid spell. And then with the balloons, usually they won't stay in the raid spell for the whole 18 seconds. So sometimes, and then, you know, when you drop the troops and everything, it does take time to do them as well. So sometimes I like it to just drop the raid spell first, just for the sake of saving every seconds, basically. And then instead of dropping all the balloons in one spot, I drop like 2 on the left and then 3 on the right. And then the goal is basically that while my balloons are over there taking care of all the defensive buildings there, I also have another small groups of balloons over there on the left to take care of other buildings on the side. That will really shorten the movement time for the balloon group. So that's just little tricks that I want to share with you guys. So watch over there. Because I was able to take care of the biggest threat earlier on, which is the Clan Castle troops and then the Archer Queen. Now for the rest of my raids, it's actually a lot more smoother. My balloons are just being hit by some of the buildings, but at least what you see there is that you don't have Archer Queen trailing the back, hitting my balloons, which is a problem that you see from the other raids that I showed you in the last video. And over there, it's just a lot of cleanup. And then at this time, it's kind of funny. And then this is something that I always forget, is that at this moment, I was like, okay, I have 2 archers in my hand, which I had to drop them down there. I was looking at map, and I was like, okay, where should I drop them? And I look at where my troops are, and I see, okay, so I probably need the most help from the bottom. So that's where I drop my archers. And watch how they were cleaning, and I was like, okay, I don't think I will have a time issue. And then they just kind of work, they just see the lava hounds, and then, you know, the lava pulp, and the balloons are cleaning out the buildings. And then by then, when everything's coming here, I was like, okay, yes, I got this already. This is a win. This is a getting over. And then at this point, I was like, wait, what? 99%? I have a full building that I forgot to take care of, which is up there. And then, yeah, and then there was once, because I didn't see this builder hut. There's a builder hut in the corner because I didn't see it. And then in the end, it was a 2-star. And then I totally could have avoided it if I just zoom out and then see that there's you know, a building on the outside there. Because if I see it there, I would definitely put my archers there. But yeah, that actually cost me 1 raid at once. And that almost cost me this raid, okay? Again, because you watch in the end, I actually have just 3 seconds left. So I was very lucky that I had enough time to take care of that builder hut, or otherwise I would be crying right now again. So the last raid I'm going to be showing you guys, enough about my raid. The last raid I'm going to show you guys, it's the Lavaloon strategy against our number 2 player in our clan. And just kind of to show you guys how powerful this strategy is, and also how the theory thing that I just told you guys about taking care of 1 air defense, Clan Castle troops, and the Archer Queen. And you can just see this raid, I think it's one of the most beautiful raid that I have seen. So yeah. So there you go. So starting off, the guy has the both heroes at the max level. And that's actually the one thing that I'm going to tell you guys is that, you know, heroes are so important. And I will highly encourage anyone to try to upgrade the heroes. And over here, the raider, I think the raider is very experienced. Either they use a stimulator or whatever thing they use. They know that the Archer Queen is going to drag the Barbarian King down there. So down there, so then the raider doesn't even need to the raider doesn't even need to bring the wall breaker, because the Barbarian King will have to break through the wall to reach the Archer Queen. So over there, so the guy actually let out just a little bit of the Clan Castle troops, and then also take care of the 1 air defense, and then the Archer Queen already. And then I think the guy actually took the advantage of this base, is that what they did is that because the 2 expo is pointing down, which, yeah. And I actually see some of the base, that whenever they have an expo pointing down, it's a lot weaker against the air raids. So, yeah. Even though some people say they don't play as much of the factor in some of the top-notch air raids, but in this raid, and actually there's another raid that just happened in my clan war, is that our guys either basically take the advantage of the base that had the expo pointing down, or the opponent clan also does the same thing to us. So there you go. So over here, I think the guy, the way he redropped the balloons and the lava hound is very sleek. I think that's the word. So he just trying to drop the lava hounds in this way. So while they were like attracting the fire from the archer tower and the air defense, and then he's sending like 2 balloons here, 2 or 3 balloons over there on that side, just to take care of the buildings. And then you don't really need to. And then watch how he dropped the third. The lava hound there is basically going for the same air defense, but the point there is really to attract the minor defense, which is the Tesla and the archer tower there. Attract the fire there while he's sending the balloons. Watch how he's sending the fourth one. Fourth one on the right, so that he can send in 3 balloons there to take care of the archer tower there. And over there, he's sending 2 more, actually a few more balloons there, and then with the lava hounds there. And then see, 3 on the left, 2 over there. So that's really cutting down the movement for the lava hound. And watch I drop the first rage spell there, and then the healings, and then the freeze spell to freeze the wizard tower and then the inferno tower, which are the buildings that's gonna deal the most damage to the balloons. Which, yeah, that's what it is. And then the third rage spell is there well placed, and then I believe there's gonna be a free spell coming up soon, along with the one last rage spell covering, taking care of the Inferno Tower there. So see while over here, this raid is so beautiful. And if you have a chance, I think definitely rewatch this raid 1 or 2 times and just learn some of the ways to attack, because I think I'm just so used to seeing people, just seeing people just dumping all the lava hounds and then stuff, and then sometimes they don't really look at the synchronization, that kind of thing. So for me, when I do my raid, the last raid I show you, the raid that I just did with a 3-star, it's after I look at this raid and also the raid they did on the first raid I show you. Basically, I use those 2 raids as my reference point and to think about how I go about the 3-star raid that I did. So anyways, I just hope you guys learned something new from this video, and yeah, I will see you guys next time.